Hello and welcome to the first part of UTT SOHO router's initial setup. In this video, I'll show you how to install and configure a UTT SOHO router. UTT SOHO routers now include AC650W and AC60. They have very good stability and wireless range. Also, they're very easy to configure. First, we should know there are basically 3 steps of the initial setup. Step 1. Connect the router to the internet. Step 2. Log into the router. Step 3. Configure the router with Setup Wizard. Now let's get to the details. First, we need to power up the router, then use an Ethernet cable to connect its WAN port to the modem that is provided by your internet service provider. Actually, now the router is already able to provide internet and an open wireless network, but it is highly recommended to continue with the following steps to make your wireless network more stable. Connect a PC or laptop to one of the LAN ports of the router with an Ethernet cable. We may also use a phone or a tablet to connect to the default wireless network of the router. The name of the wireless network is UTT Hyper plus 8 characters of numbers and letters. Now we need to open a web browser on the PC, such as Chrome, Safari, IE. Then enter the default LAN IP address of the router 192.168.1.1 in the address bar of the browser. Or we can use the domain name uttlogin.com. It will ask us for the username and password. The default username and password are both admin, ADMIN, in lowercase. If it's our first time logging into the web GUI right after the router is out of box, or after it's reset to factory default, we will be prompted to change the default password for security reasons. We could choose to ignore this prompt though. Next, let's find the navigation bar on the top of the main page. Click Setup Wizard. The router will automatically detect and select the appropriate internet connection type. We could also click manually to configure it. There are 3 internet connection types: Dynamic IP, Static IP, and PPPoE. Select according to the scenario. If what we have is a PPPoE connection, we need to enter the username and password provided by the ISP. Then we should confirm by clicking Save. After that, it leads us to the 2.4G wireless page. We simply modify the SSID, which is the name of the 2.4G wireless network, and configure a password for it. Click Save. Next, it goes to the 5G wireless settings, which is similar to the 2.4G. Click Save. Then everything is ready. Let's look at the demo. Now I have connected my PC to a newly reset UTT AC60 router and opened a web browser. Enter 192.168.1.1. Enter username and password, which are both admin. Change the password. Click Save. Click Setup Wizard. Confirm the internet settings. Then, modify the 2.4G SSID and password. Set the 5G wireless SSID and password. Okay, now everything is done and we can feel free to surf the internet with our PC or phones. However, there is a chance that we still have no internet after the setup. But the problem will be solved once we make a little configuration change. If we do not have internet after the configuration, but once we connect the PC directly to the modem, there is internet. We should make a MAC clone to solve this problem. What is MAC clone? Some ISPs assign IP addresses based on the MAC address of your very first device connected to it. To add this router, it might need to be configured with that same MAC address to be assigned an IP address successfully. To do MAC clone, click the Internet icon on the main page of the web GUI. We can see a clone button. Now if we wish to clone the MAC address of the old router here, we just need to enter the MAC address of the old router's WAN interface here and click Save. If we wish to clone the MAC address of our PC or laptop, just click Clone and click Save. Next, reboot the router. Now, what if our phones cannot find the wireless network of the UTT SOHO router? First, we need to understand what is wireless channel. Every Wi-Fi network transmits and receives data on a certain frequency, or to say, channel. As Wi-Fi data is digital, many different devices can communicate successfully on the same channel. If the router transmits data on a channel not supported by the client cannot connect to it. Let's click the wireless icon on the main page of the web GUI. Find the 2.4G wireless channel and change it from auto to 1 or 6 or 11. After that, the wireless network will be found by our client devices. This problem can also be solved if we upgrade the firmware to the latest one. We can download it on our official website. That's all for the initial setup of UTT SOHO routers. For more information, please feel free to go to www.uttglobal.com, which is our official website. As always, you can contact us by sending an email to support@uttglobal.com. I hope this video is informative to you, and I'd like to thank you for watching.